At some point in this video, I may start sweating profusely. I think that I already started a little bit, but I am so hot. So please excuse the sweat when it comes, because it will come. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Vicky, and today we're going to be talking about the events of 2020 as it relates to the zodiac signs, or should I say the seasons, starting with Capricorn season. So let's get into it. So Capricorn is an earth sign, a cardinal earth sign, and all cardinal signs are basically the initiators. It's a change of seasons, and it's the beginning of a season. So Capricorn is winter. So what happened during this time? Capricorn starts at the end, towards the end of December into the middle of January. So let's see what happened during Capricorn season. Alright, so in December is when we first started hearing reports about the novel coronavirus coming out of Wuhan, China, which is a city with a large population of about 11 million people. And then it started to spread throughout the world in January. This is big cardinal energy, big initiation energy, because this initiated the pandemic that is still plaguing us. Alright, so then on January 3rd, Iranian General Qasem Soleimani was assassinated via U.S. drone strike authorized by President Trump because he said he was plotting attacks against Americans. And a lot of people didn't agree with him. It caused a lot of strife, especially in Iran. People thought that it was unjust and uncalled for. Also in January, Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle announced that they would be stepping back from their roles as senior members of the British royal family. I know this might not seem as serious as the other information about General Soleimani and the coronavirus, but I thought it was interesting and I decided to add it. Okay, so we move on from cardinal earth Capricorn to Aquarius, which, even though it's represented by the water bearer, it is an air sign. And its quality is fixed, so it's fixed air. And all fixed signs are in the middle of a season, just like Aquarius is in the middle of winter, and that's just what it is. But what happened during this time? Aquarius season starts at January 19th and ends February 19th. So let's see what happened during that time in 2020. On January 26th, the famous and widely respected former NBA player Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna, along with 7 other people, were killed in a plane crash in Calabasas. On January 31st, Britain became the first country to leave the European Union. Now, this will have a very big effect on the global economy, so we just have to stay tuned, but it is a big deal. Now, on February 4th, the rebellious energy of Aquarius must have possessed Speaker Nancy Pelosi during President Trump's State of the Union speech, because after he finished, she ripped up that speech right in front of everyone, and it made big headlines. Now, this may have been a way for House Speaker Nancy Pelosi to give the middle finger to Trump, but the very next day, February 5th, President Trump was acquitted in his impeachment trial. On February 12th, the Diamond Princess cruise ship was quarantined in Yokohama, Japan, because dozens of its passengers were infected with the novel coronavirus. Alright, so now we move on to Pisces, which is a mutable water sign, the fish. Yes. Okay, so mutable signs are basically change. They represent change. They're the changing of the season. Not March, but yeah, Pisces is in March. It starts at the end of February. So February 19th to March 20th is Pisces season. And it represents the change from winter to springtime. It's the beginning of a change. So what happened during Pisces season in 2020? On February 23rd, Ahmaud Arbery was killed in a hate crime where he was fatally shot in Glenn County, Georgia. It sparked national outrage. And then sometime later, when the video of the incident was released, it sparked even more outrage. As a result of coronavirus, on March 12th, U.S. stocks recorded what is called the worst day since 1987 as stocks plummeted. On March 13th, Breonna Taylor, a 26-year-old emergency medical technician, was fatally shot in her sleep by the Louisville Metro Police Department while they were executing a no-knock search warrant. The suspicious nature of her death has led to a national outcry for the arrest of her murderers. On March 15th, Pope Francis delivered his blessing to an empty St. Peter's Square at the Vatican. As a result of the spread of coronavirus, many governments issued stay-at-home orders, including in the United States. But those stay-at-home orders did nothing to stop the spring breakers in Florida. This photo is from March 17th, where people were out there having a good old time in spite of the coronavirus pandemic. So Aries season. Okay, so Aries is a cardinal fire sign. And remember what I told you about cardinal signs? They are the initiators, the starters. It's the beginning of a new season. It's the beginning of spring. So Aries starts from March 20th through April 19th. Let's see what happened during Aries season in 2020. On March 24th, it was announced that the 2020 Tokyo Olympics were postponed a year. The next day, on March 25th, they lit the Olympic flame for symbolic reasons in Iwaki, Japan. On April 13th, protesters went outside the State House atrium in Columbus, Ohio to protest the stay-at-home orders. Now, this is interesting that it happened in a cardinal sign like Aries. It definitely was the beginning and foreshadowing the massive amount of protests that will be coming in later months. All right, so Taurus season. Taurus season is from April 19th through May 20th. It's fixed Earth. It's in the middle of spring. So let's see what happened in the middle of spring in 2020. In early May, Asian giant hornets, otherwise known as murder hornets, were spotted in the United States for the first time in Washington State. On May 5th, the video of Ahmaud Arbery's death was released and it went viral, causing people to see that he was indeed killed unjustly in a hate crime. On May 16th, former President Barack Obama gave a virtual commencement speech to the class of 2020 since no one could go and have actual graduations because of the stay-at-home orders. Around the same time, in different areas of East Africa, they experienced a large invasion of desert locusts, which threatens their food supply and causes a great deal of food insecurity. Now, we're going to continue to have different natural phenomena as I go on with this series. And I will be talking about all those things in the next part of this series of videos. The next signs that I will be talking about is Cancer season, Gemini season, then Cancer season, and then Leo season, which is still going on right now. And it has been hella fires and blackouts, so that should be very interesting. So, till next time, thank you for watching. Cada vez